Hey guys, it's ViewMasters Reactions. This is Season 5, Episode 3 of The Wire. Last we saw, Bubbles is all sorts of messed up. He's doing good. He's been sober now, I think they said 15 months. So he's doing good, almost a year and a half clean. But he's really struggling with the whole charade thing. I don't blame him, I guess. But I'm happy to see he's doing good. He's living back at his sister's place. They didn't really show her again last episode. We haven't seen a whole lot of the kids. We see Michael is working with Snoop and Chris. Marlo visited Avon in the last episode. Happy to see Avon, but it looks like Avon's going to be like a side character this season. I expected this to be like a time jump. Avon takes over Marlo's crew, and then Avon goes at it with our best cop friends from the Major Crimes Unit. So it doesn't look like that's going to happen. There still is a little time. But we're on episode 3. If it doesn't happen in the next like episode or two, then I feel like Avon is going to just be like a side character through all this. I guess maybe taking down Marlo's the key, and then maybe at the end of this all, Avon will get out and just take back over his territory. But I kind of wanted to see them go head to head with Avon the last season. I feel like they made you think that at the end of season 4, they were showing Lester go through the files and it said the Barksdale cases. Were they intending on doing that? And then after a long break, that they decided, wait, we don't have time to do that, or we can't do that. I think people said there was a big break between 4 and 5 seasons. So maybe they just changed their minds, because it appeared like Avon was going to be a big deal. That's what they foreshadowed at the end of season 4. McNulty's a scumbag. He is staging a murder to make it look like a serial killer thing. Like, I don't get it. All I know is he is fucked up on many levels. We didn't see Beatty much last episode. It was mainly focused on like Avon, Marlo, McNulty, and Bubs. Like Bubbles is like a main focus now, but all of it's depressing. I hope Bubbles digs himself out of this. I hope maybe McNulty redeems himself a little, but at this point, even if he redeems himself a little, he then takes 10 steps back 5 minutes later. So we're just going to jump in, guys. This is The Wire, Season 5, Episode 3. What is he up to? What is going on?
What time did McNulty leave last night?
He never did. He's number one. Supposed to have over some shit.
Is he like interested in this fake case? Is that what he's doing?
Bunk, this can work. It can. Fuck you. I mean that.
He's drinking a
4 in
lot.
the fucking morning?
4 in the morning.
So it is.
He's worse than ever.
Marlo ain't worth it, man. Nobody is.
Marlo's an asshole. He does not get to win. We get to win. This case doesn't go away just because the bosses can't find the money to pay for it. These are fucking murders. Ghetto murders, but still.
He like ruined himself
No, it'll not.
over this shit.
I'm gonna tell Landsman. Man, you keep on with it, I'm gonna rat you out.
Would he? I don't think so.
What you gonna do?
I don't think he would. Bunk ain't that kind of guy.
My name is nowhere in the file. I don't want fuck to do with this.
The bottle. He wants the bottle back. What a drunk. He is the worst I've ever seen him. It's horrible. Chugging shots at 4 a.m. They're dead where it doesn't count. Fletcher. Who's Fletcher? Who's she sleeping with? What is with this little... What is with this, like, bow? He keeps looking at the bow. Am I missing something, or is that, like, foreshadowing something? I said this in episode 1, that McNulty was going to run into this girl and start hooking up with her. I did not think it was going to happen after episode 1, but that's what I said.
When does the sun get here? Around now, usually.
They keep almost running into each other. It's weird. They didn't do it again. This happened like once before where they were at like a scene and she was reporting. He barely ran into her. Why do they keep barely running into each other? That's so odd. Oh my God, is that what he's gonna do? He's actually staging evidence. He's gonna say this guy had a bow on him, so it's like a copycat or a serial murder. My God. He is actually buying ribbon, rolling it in an interrogation room where there are cameras. 3 killed in West Side home. At least before, he wasn't that drunk at work and he wasn't
Anybody got a working car?
staging
I got
shit.
one, but I'm going back out to my crime scene to run canvas.
Drop me the ME.
Jimmy. My office. Now.
This is way past any shit you ever pulled in your life, Jimmy. Think on it.
You see Greg's out there? Bagging evidence alone, then going back out to recanvas on a triple. A triple fucking murder. A home invasion. And she's working it alone. They pulled Crutchfield this morning, put him back in the rotation.
That's on them, but you can't come.
Fucking right, that's on them. A triple murder, and 12 hours later they leave one detective alone on it? I guess she's lucky she has a car.
This shit
Well, then we're no worse than before. Extra red name or two on the board. Barlow had a open strangle a few years back. Homeless guy with a red ribbon tied around his wrist. So that's 2. Also, I found an open homeless case, which Ray Cole worked. I wrote a ribbon into his office for Bryce.
Oh my God.
So there's 3.
Our guy didn't have a red ribbon.
That's where I'm headed.
Jesus.
And he's drinking still. All day long. Bunk almost wanted to. Oh, now they're locked in?
Yeah.
He's just constantly drunk now.
It's no joke. Let me out.
He fuck you?
Yeah, he fucked him.
Tried.
He tried. He really did try to fuck him.
Mostly he just fucks himself.
Very true.
Thanks for bringing these by, Stan.
Well, I wanted to give you a heads up.
Mr. Valchek.
Truth is, looking at numbers like those, I'm thinking you could do a lot worse than give me a run as acting commissioner. I know you couldn't make me permanent, maybe 6 months, while you keep grooming your boy Daniels.
I mean, which asshole do we want in the thing? I think Valchek's a lesser asshole than the other two.
Even on an acting basis, can you imagine Nerys and the ministers dealing with Commissioner Valchek? What are you gonna do about the numbers?
Fuck can I do? I cut the department budget to the bone, right? Can't very well complain when the crime rate bumps. Burrell comes in here and owns these. I gotta give him a pass. At least until I can fix his money problems.
Your piece took a bad bite there.
35 inches down to 12.
Yeah, well, it's my fault for giving it up to the A section. Page 1 editor made noise like he was gonna go out front, then he tosses it back to Metro before the double dot. Night editor didn't have room to take it back, so the story deserved better.
They're dead where it doesn't count.
Yeah.
If they were white, murdered in timonium, you'd have had 30 inches off the front.
Would have been my first front pager where I didn't share a byline.
Yeah.
I drove down to the Port Covington plant this morning to get a copy.
You ain't the first to do that.
There are cameras everywhere. What if someone investigated this? They could even trace him back to buying the ribbon, probably.
Nothing under the nails that I can see. Think we can risk prints?
Something's up.
Please, gather around.
Steve, could someone get word across the hall to Features and Sports? I want everyone on this.
Going on.
It's a bad time for newspapers, as you all know. The news hole is shrinking as advertising dollars continue to decline. Our circulation numbers are also down as we compete with a variety of media.
Firing everybody.
Technology is driving distribution. So it is with tremendous regret
Is he closing?
that I tell you that Chicago has made it clear that the bureaus in Beijing, Moscow, Jerusalem, Johannesburg, and London will all be shuttered. There will be a fresh round of buyouts. Chicago has given us some specific budgetary targets that will require some hard choices throughout the newsroom. We are, quite simply, going to have to find ways to do more with less.
Pull your clipbook together.
First,
Time to find a new home.
Chicago has sent us a memo outlining options that are available to those of you.
The aorta should have.
I didn't see that coming.
But it's rock hard. Whoever strangled him could have just waited a month or two more.
A couple of witnesses who thought they heard sounds of a struggle inside the house. Also, that ribbon you snipped off, it might tie to other cases.
The ribbon my own investigator missed at the scene.
That happens. It was high on the wrist.
Cause and manner is homicide by strangulation. Good hunting, detective.
I don't like that she knew the ribbon wasn't there.
Part of the voluntary separation plan, and schedule an appointment with Human Resources. Some of you will migrate into new positions, while others will, of course, be moving on to other opportunities beyond the sun. But everyone in this room
Fired.
has done excellent work.
How come there's cuts in the newsroom when the company's still profitable?
There's nobody that feels worse about this than I do. I've seen the excellent work we've done here in Baltimore. The sooner we start meeting with you individually, the sooner I can answer all of your questions.
Do you vouch for these figures?
Sir?
No increase in crime even after I cut you guys to the bone. This is what you're telling me. Because the one thing I'm asking of you guys, the one thing that I'm asking above all, is that you bring me clean numbers.
Yes, Mr. Mayor. You made that clear.
Very good then.
Burrell is done. He just killed himself. We leak the real stats, hold the cooked ones in case he won't go quietly.
And replace it with who? Rawls?
If I know Bill Rawls, he'll be calling over here as soon as he gets back to his office, telling us he warned Burrell against cooking the books.
The ministers won't live with Rawls, neither will Nerese.
As acting commissioner, they will. For a few months at least. If we got a black candidate to sell him.
Daniels isn't ready. He's only been colonel for a year.
A year will do in a pinch.
Hey guys, you just finished watching The Wire. If you want, click up here and you'll get the next part of this episode. If you want to click down here, you'll probably see something else I do, either another show or like a trailer reaction. Click over here if you want to subscribe to my channel. Comments down below, like and subscribe. Peace.